out a little bit. Cause we gonna hit the.
It's been pretty
Oh,
balanced.
no,
So
we gonna hit the. It's gonna go back and forth because I got some shit. But oftentimes, when we get into the manosphere, you hear women complaining and stuff about it being one sided. So we're gonna touch on both sides.
You really hear mostly you hear that complaint coming from men being tired of a lot of and I say this, I joke all the time. You my best friend and you really a brother to me for real. But like I say, with the exception of you and Duval.
Duval?
No, Duval.
Duval Ellis.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I thought he was cool with Lil Duval too.
No, but the exception to y'all, I get tired and sick and tired of women only sharing content of soft-spoken men giving relationship insights on men to women, and these are muscular, beard-having, soft-spoken men. And these women be like, yes. I'm like, you don't think ugly men give great advice too?
You know what's funny? It's funny because years ago, I had a video that went viral, and I went through the comments, and one nigga was like, why is it always the good-looking dudes trying to give relationship advice? And I'm like, so you don't think ugly niggas are giving relationship advice too?
Relationship advice all the time.
What do you mean?
I be like, y'all chicks be sharing these fantasy niggas that, and then on top of that, I always caveat with these are the dudes that other men don't follow. If men, I say that's always key. Look at who the men are following, because that's usually going to allude to if there's a sense of truth in what that man is saying about men, or if there's just a lot of sale.
And the thing is, there's all kinds people. I don't think people understand the amount of individuals out there trying to be in the relationship coaching space or giving advice, but they all don't pop off.
How does it feel to have beat them all? I always want to ask you that, cause dude, you don't listen. I'm giving you your motherfucking roses today, bro. You deserve, man, cause you put in a lot of work, and you consistently excelled and succeeded in this field of also helping people get through their real relationship problems. You're not just one of these coaches out here who just post good stuff that people like to hear. No, like I always tell you, your goal really is in your speaking. That's why I was glad as hell to see you started doing your YouTube videos, so both the men and the women can hear what you have to say. Because people, like I tell Mark, and I've even told you, like, I would watch your quotes back in the past, and I'm like, okay, little pander. But when I see you speak, I was like, that's where it is right there. Men need to hear that, because when men hear Stephan say that, they gonna know that they listening to a real ass alpha male. You know what I'm saying? And it showed when you started sharing content and speaking towards men and helping men. Like men, I see them in your post comments and everything. I'm like, that's where it is. So it's like, how does it feel to be? Many have come, many have gone. You know what I'm saying?
I just look at it as proof that when you just focus on your purpose and doing what God tells you to do, everything. I'll say this. This is why, like I tell other people who get in whatever space they're in, you got to understand that the vast majority of people who get in your field are gimmicks. All right? And gimmicks can never last.
I love that.
People can't sustain it simply because what's required of you to keep doing this over and over, if you don't love, if it's not in you, if there's not some kind of deeper connection, you just can't. Or for a lot of people who are gimmicks, if they can't pop after a couple years, they're quitting. Yeah, nobody wants to stay broke for 3-4 years. I had to stay broke for 3-4 years before things popped off. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get through all those obstacles when this is just a way for you to make money. That's why, like, think about the person. Hell, and technically I was kind of that person too at one time. When you're trying to find these different hustles to make money. And so when the hustle don't pop out quick, you're on to the next hustle. Yeah. You keep moving to the next one.
You got a business book. You've been talking about relationships for the last 3 years.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're just looking for that money.
Yeah.
But to me, it's about purpose. So that's a testament to us following God. Like, just, all right, stick with it. But yeah, I've seen a lot come, a lot leave. I've seen people get, hell, even today, I still feel like as large as my platform is, I feel like I fly under the radar.
You do.
You see what I'm saying?
You do.
You think so?
Nah, you know me. I was doing my research.
Yeah, of course.
And we talked about it. Like,
it's so excited about
it's things that they just don't find about him, right? Like when you just type in his name, it's questions that people ask, and it's like, who he with, what he do, and it's first thing on one of them is like, he's a fairly private person, and yada yada yada, and it's just interesting that in a world where everybody's seeking attention because they think it's gonna bolster their image, he's doing the opposite, where it's like, and I think who was that? I think Don Cheadle said it and Denzel said it. It's power in the mystique. And so just the notion that you got somebody like this guy, and people want to know all the information. I
always told him, like, I was like, damn, why you ain't been on why you don't get on Breakfast Club? I used to tell him all the time, he'd be like, I'm not ready yet. And it took years for that to click. Like, for it to click for me, because it's like, Stephan understands, you ain't only got some grays in your beard, but you wise as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always
I let the grays out today.
Yeah, right. I say that to say respectfully, because you've always been very wise for a very long time. Ever since I know you, just very wise. And you say something and it don't click, but years later, I'm like, it clicked. Because, like, even you would say something, like, by the Breakfast Club, whatever, it's like, oh, he wants to have things in order and be prepared for criticism and backlash that may come with being on certain platforms. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, he know what he's doing. I need to shut the hell up.